Okay, so we're here for the myofascial release video to do with the spinal muscles. To put it simply, if you think of the spine as having a spinal column, you know, like a stegosaurus dinosaur thing running straight down the back, yeah? And either side of that stegosaurus line, you've got these two strips of muscles. We're going to be attacking those strips of muscles, okay? So what we don't want to do is be putting that ball right on the bones. We want it to be slightly to one side. Okay, so it's going to look like this, leaning back on the wall with the ball in there, and again just taking that in a sideways movement. Now, because these muscles are very long strips, there will be some parts of these muscle fibre chains that feel absolutely fine. You think, no problem, it's okay. Yeah, I've got this sorted, right? But it can be the difference of moving it down a centimetre and all of a sudden you're on something that's holding a lot of tension in it, and that's going to react in a way that is not so much, yeah, it's going to be more like, ooh, yeah? And especially up here between the shoulder blades, yeah? If you think in terms of that posture being pulled forwards like most people's is because we're stronger on the front, you're going to be compressing through the ribs, you're going to be shortening through the pecs and through the bicep, you're going to be overstretching this area here. And this is usually on the apex of the curve of someone's posture, so it's the part of your muscle chain that's the most stretched. A muscle tissue that's in a stretched position is in a weak position. It doesn't mean you necessarily have a weak muscle, but it means that muscle's in a weakened position. And it's having to do a very heavy job of keeping your head up and stopping you from falling down. You know, go and pick up the heaviest bowling ball you're allowed to use at a 10-pin bowling alley. It's 1 stone of weight, it's 14 pounds. That's the weight of your head. Yeah, if it's above your spine, it's much lighter than if it's in front of your spine, and these are the things that are really stopping it. So there's going to be a lot of scar tissue, a lot of collagen built up in those things. This is going to be quite uncomfortable. But hang out on these areas, spend a bit of time on it. You know, it's not going to change in a day, but you just want to get a sense that you can get in there and just start affecting that tissue in a way which is changing it. And again, like, how long do you do it for? There's no magic number. How many times do you do it for? There's no magic number. But you want to be pushing on something for at least 10 seconds to get it to start changing physiologically. Personally, I like to spend a sort of good half an hour doing stuff like this, preferably in the mornings if you can get it into your morning routines. It's difficult because for some reason as a society and a species we've made the most precious part of our day the most stressful and you know, time poor part of our day. So, but just stick this in as well. So there you go, there's the one for the spine. Okay, thanks for listening, and yeah, see you in another video probably.